Hi everybody, this is Ev from Holistic Healing Astrology. Today we're going to cover modalities. This is part of the teaching series for all your astrology students that want a little extra supplemental information for the class that you're taking. So today we're going to talk about the modalities. We already covered the elements, but the modalities are general as well. And what that means is there's three modalities, and it's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So there are signs that are cardinal, and what that means is they're dynamic, they take the initiative, they set the tone, they're outgoing, they want to be the first, they want to run the show, but you might have power struggles with them, because if there are two cardinal people in the room, or in the group, in group dynamics, you're going to have issues. You may have issues. Cardinal signs will definitely fight for each other because they're very strong-willed. You can only have one leader in the pack. And so the cardinal signs are Aries, which is a fire cardinal sign. Then, because they have a lot of enthusiasm, they're impulsive, because it's fire and cardinal. So then you have the Cancer sign, which is cardinal, but they're softer as far as they're more emotional, but they still want to be first, they still want to be heard, and they still will take the initiative. And you don't let the softness fool you with the Cancers. And then we also have Libra. They're very cardinal as well, but they're air, so they keep it light, because air is light, of course, a lot lighter than water, but they're more on the intellectual side, so they're going to be the first to initiate maybe the research or come up with the ideas and all the informations, especially when it comes to partnerships or making things work with networking, etc., like that. So they're the cardinal signs in the air. And then we have the last one, Capricorn, which is a cardinal earth sign, and they also set the tone. They're very dynamic, and they are outgoing. They're the doers, and they run like companies and manage businesses very well. They're also involved with government, because government, Capricorn is symbolic of government as well. So that is the little subheading for cardinal. They also, I want to see if I'm skipping anything. They are very active. They are self-assertive, and they're creative as well. So that's all the good news about the cardinal. There's a couple more notes that I have here. Like the Aries is direct and uncomplicated. They have that outward energy, and they're warm. And it's fast and it's masculine. But they could change the direction very quickly. And then I'm going to look at the Cancer. Oh yeah, they're indirect. They go inward. And they're subjective, emotionally assertive. It's a feminine sign. It's forceful though. And then the Libra, which is cardinal air, that's masculine, and that is where it has to do with mental assertiveness. And then lastly, like we said before, Capricorn symbolizes action towards success and social prestige. Yeah, so they will take the initiative. They're not just going to wait around and wait for others to do it. They're a little solid and slow moving, and they're nurturing and secure as well. Now the next set is the fixed sign. The fixed, they're the ones that we could call them stubborn, but they persevere. They don't take no for an answer. They carry through, and they resist change. But they're loyal, and they do anything. They'll do anything for a loved one. So they want to get the job done, and they're adaptable. they assimilate, they do see both sides. So the fixed signs is Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign. And then we have Leo, which is fixed fire. And I always think of Leo is the fire in the fireplace. It's contained, it's fixed, it doesn't move, you know, and it keeps everything nice and warm. It's a good visual for you guys. And then the fixed water is Scorpio. I like to analogize that to a fire hose. Think of the force behind the fire hose. That water comes out strong and usually shoots in one spot. That could be pretty strong. And if I'm in front of a fire hose, forget about it. I'll get knocked over. So it's very fitting for Scorpio. And then we have fixed Aquarius, which is fixed air. Well, listen, Aquarians are the geniuses of the horoscope. They're out there, they look at the humanitarian efforts, but they're more into humanitarian, the world, not themselves. So they will take on this energy of, you know, keeping things going, but more for the social front, not so much for themselves. So they are stable and reserved, and they're planners, and they're resources of energy, all the fixed signs. Excuse me. So the power could be latent, but the power is there. Excuse me again. So the last one that we're going to look at is the mutable signs. And the mutable signs are a lot of fun. They're very flexible. They're the life of the party. And they like to harmonize. They're adaptable. They're great with people. And they're good imitators. I bet you they're good comedians too. However, we have the mutable first sign, mutable air, which is Gemini. That's my sun sign, and they're the little kids at heart. But they are very flexible, especially mentally. Like, they could go from one subject to another very quickly. It's not a big deal. And well, the problem is some people don't like that because they feel like they're scattered, and they can be very scattered, but they always go down the rabbit hole here and there, but they come back out of the rabbit hole to explain in an interesting fashion if you could follow them. Then we have the mutable earth sign, which is Virgo. So the Virgos are excellent with organizing things, and they keep things, they're adaptable as far as seeing on a slow and steady pace, and that is the mutable for the earth. And then we also have mutable fire, which is Sagittarius. They're very friendly, and they're always jumping around, and you know, from one activity to the next. They're very active because of the fire, and but they're adaptable, and they're great with people. And Pisces is the water sign, and they're the most interesting in my opinion. I have a lot of Pisces friends. I have a lot of water sign friends because of my ascendant. They're attracted to me and because they see the ascendant water sign. So they're very harmonizing as well, but more on a spiritual level, and because of the water, and they are good with people, but more on a compassionate side. And they're empaths, a lot of them, and they do harmonize, but sometimes to their fault. You know, they can be used. So that's a general outlook of the mutable and the cardinal and the fixed modalities. It's good to really memorize all these words and get a good idea, because all the signs have their components of these generalities. So if you know mutable, if you know that the sign is mutable air, then you know already key words: adaptable, light, intellectual, communicating, all those words, and you could put things together very quickly. So that's my recommendation, and if you have any questions, you know what to do. If you like the channel, please like it and subscribe to it, and give me a thumbs up on the video, share the video, and this is for teaching purposes mainly. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day.